My thing is, the things I don't do is not actually based and predicated on because I just box. It's really personal with the parents, and then second, I know what it does to your body. You understand? And if I wasn't an athlete and had to go through these things anyway, I wouldn't drink or even ask somebody to drink, and I don't offer nobody nothing that I wouldn't take.
Just real quick, what do you think are the most problematic aspects of growing old, though? I mean, you are 43. What do you have to do in preparation for a fight now that maybe you didn't have to do 10 years ago because your body is getting older?
I mean, I guess you get those aches and pains more than you used to. See, to me, I've never been a super slow guy, but I've never been a super fast guy, so it's not really a judgment there. Is that because my punches that I throw them precise, I throw them to mean something, and I also wear you down as the fight goes on. If I get you hurt, normally I get you out of there, or I just bewilder you and beat you up. I think there's a lot more than my body at this stage is really kicking into, like, I'm not in my prime, but I'm just leaving my prime. More or less at 43, long left your prime. You know, like, Bernard, not only you past your prime, you in somewhere else. I think it comes down to lifestyle, genetics, and how I protected myself and how I left more, I guess, mileage off myself than on myself. I mean, I think it got a lot to do with all kinds of things, and it all adds up together. I mean, I think if I had a great fighter, I think that he gave a lot of good fans a lot of great fights. If I had the style of a Joe Calzaghe at 43, I wouldn't be talking clear to you now. I probably wouldn't be on this podium. So I think a lot of that has, and again, I don't want nobody to think I'm stabbing at a Joe Calzaghe. I'm just letting you know that styles, lifestyle, genetics, what you do out of the ring, discipline, family man, you know, wife, you know, no extra stuff jumping off out of the neighborhood. But when you add all that stuff in one nutshell and time go by, you can preserve yourself. Thanks, Fred. I see you March 2nd. You do preserve yourself. I don't know if that answers.
Yeah, no,
that's
great.
You.
And in your own research of Calzaghe, I mean, have you watched a lot of his films, and where do you see yourself?
I got 7 of his last straight fights upstairs. I travel on an airplane, even on a jet.
Without giving away everything, I mean, how do you see yourself breaking them down?
I've been watching Joe. Well, it's not even giving nothing away. It's just that he's going to throw punches, and I'm going to throw punches in between his punches and break him down and make him stop throwing punches. The art of war and the art of strategy is, if I can take the best weapon from your guy, then 90% of the fight is already won. I mean, to me, is not going to be easy, because I don't look for stuff to be easy. I'll make it become easy. If I look for it to be easy before I make it become easy, then I defeated my own self. With any resistance, it would be a question in my mind. I've already understand that for me to be able to neutralize what he do best, I must take your best weapon, it's the art of war, Sinzit, and use it against you and see what you have again. Now, if you have another weapon that I don't know about, that's when we have a fight. Buckle up, baby, because here we go.
Bernard, I was talking to Richard this morning, and I was asking him what he thought about the whole exchange that you and Joe had at MGM and that whole thing. And he says, Bernard is a very close personal friend of mine. He says, I know Bernard is not racist in any way, shape, or form. Let me just finish this. And he says that maybe he was just trying to get into his head, that whole thing. Was that kind of a spontaneous thing?
The thing is, when black and white issues comes up, unless it's Amos who called a girl black and he had hoes and that he's hired by ABC and get $50 million, and everybody forgot about it. I mean, the thing is, we know it exists. I mean, in Compton, Philly, or wherever you live at, you come in our field, want to play ball, you better know how to play ball. You better know how to do what you got to do. So I'm just one of those guys that's ballsy enough, that's brave enough to talk about things that people like to talk about when their doors are shut and they really show their feelings. That's all it is. I love to be a fly on the wall. Most of the Europeans or Caucasians, when they home, they shut their door after the office and hear how they talking after they leave their job. So they want to sit here and act like this is that. Come on, man. I said what I said, and he has to prove it. Now, you have to go back to where I come from to understand. And it ain't a racist era or neighborhood. It's a situation where if you think that you are what you're going to do, I'm not going to let it happen, then you got to show me. You got to prove to me. I'm already proven. I'm not going to sit there and wait for you to do something to me. So if I tell him what I feel, he has to take that and digest it. It's how he digests it. So the unfairness thing, people that know me, I got a flag yesterday in New York City, well publicized, from troops in Iraq. That's what color they was. White. But y'all need something to write about. I understand the stock market is messed up, it's a downtown, it ain't nothing to talk about. But the thing is, when you go to war and you tell a guy what you feel and what you mean, let other people do their job and take what they want to take out of it. Look, that's what you want to do. That's the freedom of speech. I'm under a law in this land called speak. If you believe that you can speak what you feel, then why should I handicap myself if I speak what I feel with this guy, my opponent, who's my enemy? I feel what I said to him that he's not going to do it, and I'm telling you not going to do it. And you can go ahead and you change my mind if you can. And that's the whole thing. See, that's the great thing about this country, if you really believe the forefathers. I mean, I got my own questions and doubts about it, but I'm going to use it to my advantage. I got the freedom of speech, don't I? I can say what I say and not get lynched or hanged or put in jail.
Absolutely.
So why is it a big deal? Why is it so much, oh, that's my God. How are you going to be so much of a hypocrite?
Bernard.
Cool, appreciate it.
Are you more comfortable fighting in 160 or 175?
75.
And when is the training camp start?
You guys, I
March
gotta
2nd?
pull
Well,
some
my
pictures
training
right
camp
now.
started about a month ago in Philly, but the real hardcore, real 5-6 weeks, shut it down type mentality, that starts March 2nd in Pasadena, LA.
Bernard, are you upset or disappointed that the fight didn't end up in an outdoor stadium like Yankee Stadium like you were hoping for?
I was hoping for it. But I got over it quick. Exactly, because to me it was a historic situation with Sugar Ray Robinson fighting and knowing the outcome of the Mayweather and Hatton fight. To me, it was like a no-brainer. Like if we can get Yankee Stadium or Dodge Stadium right across the bridge, to me that was like, I mean, come on. I mean, we can get. I'm pretty sure we can get 20-some thousand people who's going to be coming here to Vegas in less than 8 to 9 weeks, 10 weeks. So my thing was, yes, Yankee Stadium was great, but I got over real quickly when Robert Earl and these guys like that made it feasible where we didn't have to go to pay-per-view. Instead of having a few 100,000 people watching us, we got 30 million people going to be watching Bernard Hopkins. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Thank you.
Thank you.